This is one of the saddest stories about a scam victim that we've ever shared with you. A senior citizen lost her life savings in an elaborate scheme involving fake government agents. She told N4 Tucson investigator Matthew Schwartz she wants to warn the public so it doesn't happen to anyone else.
I have nothing. They got my whole retirement.
Julie Brown survived cancer 4 times, but not scammers. They took her life savings, $67,000. They did it over 3 months of phone calls to the 81-year-old Saddlebrook resident. The first came last October from a man claiming to be with the criminal department of the federal government.
What went through your mind?
Panic.
Panic because of what the caller, who identified himself as Agent Charles Miller, said to her.
They told me they had my social security number and my given name, and they were calling me with charges that have been laid against me by the federal government.
The caller somehow did have Julie's social security number and knew her real name, Juliana, which she never uses. He said she was facing prison time due to pending charges in Texas, including money laundering and drug trafficking, and said a car found in her name contained cocaine and blood residue. An incredible story, besides the fact that Julie has never been to Texas, yet she believed it.
Why did you keep sending money? What was so believable about these guys?
Their gentleness, their kindness, their protection. When he called me every day, it was to make sure I was okay. I believed they were federal agents.
The scammer had Julie call another supposed agent with the Department of Justice using the name Raheem Mafour. She followed his instructions to open accounts at 2 Wells Fargo branches and send cashier's checks from her Bank of the West account to a guy named Danny Allen.
At the beginning, I said, this kind of sounds like a scam. And that Charles Miller said, Juliana Brown, this could not be a scam. We're here to protect you from these charges.
The supposed agent told Julie her money was going to be temporarily held by the federal government to keep it safe so the scammers couldn't access it. They said if she didn't keep this confidential, it'd be public record and people would find out about it. So Julie never even told her husband until it was too late. After she sent the scammers $67,000 and told them that's all she had, they stopped answering her phone calls and texts.
What went through your mind when you first realized you had been scammed, when it was all over?
I don't know if there's a word for it's almost like you have been raped of everything you believed in. And honesty was one of them.
Julie only then did what she should have done after getting the first call. She reported the identity theft and fraud to the FBI, Pinal County Sheriffs, and Social Security.
So Social Security was on the phone for me for 45 minutes. She said, I have never heard anything like this.
We called the number the scammers used while talking to Julie. It had a 469 area code. That's in Dallas.
Hi, I'm trying to reach Agent Raheem Mafour.
The guy who answered said it was a wrong number, and he had a southern accent, not a foreign one, like Judy had told us. Scammers use technology to hide their real phone number.
If a stranger calls you or contacts you or communicates with you asking for money, don't do it.
And you should not engage strangers who call you. Never divulge personal information and hang up.
I need it out in the public to tell people what can happen without any slips in their presentations. They're so professional. And I need to tell people so it doesn't happen to them.
If you ever could talk to these guys who scammed you out of your life savings, what would you say?
I find that hard because I don't think I have the words to say what they've done. I would rather shoot them. And I'm not a gun person.
Julie doesn't know how the scammers got her social security number. There are several ways they do it, including stealing mail, paying insiders who work at institutions that have it, and going through your trash. If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigators@kvoa.com
or call 955-4444. Investigating for you, Matthew Schwartz, News 4 Tucson.